Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day and preparing to have a great weekend. Hopefully you guys have safe travels if you are on your way to Tinley. Unfortunately, I cannot go because I have to work. I have to pay off existing credit cards and other bills for the snakes. So as much as I really want to go, I have to be responsible and pay off some debt. So I think a lot of you guys know how that is. And some of you guys have asked me how to hold defensive snakes or tame down defensive snakes. So I'll show you guys one of my females boas that really has a attitude problem and has had an attitude problem since I got her. We're starting to bond a little bit, starting to get a little bit better on the handling, and it just takes time. That's all I can say is you guys have to just little increments of handling, little interactions with them can go a very long way, and it just takes a little bit of time. Because with my Burmese, it's taken well over a year with her. She still hisses, she still acts like she wants to throw a fit with me. I would highly suggest getting a hook. If some of you guys feel more comfortable wearing gloves, that is perfectly fine and acceptable. One of my biggest things is on a snake about this size, it's not really that it's going to hurt you, but they could hurt themselves if they bite. They could lose teeth, they could get infections. So it's just really important to know to take it really calm and slow and not feel or not make them feel like you are a threat to them. Because when they're this small, I mean, all they want to do is survive, and they think anything bigger than them is basically going to eat them. So she's probably going to hiss at me. There she goes. So this is right here. It's kind of like she's saying, don't touch me, back away, I will strike at you. And I am very scared, and she's going to hold her ground any way possible. And that would be striking and biting and stuff like that. So I'm not going to wear gloves today, but I am wearing a hoodie just in case she does want to bite. So what I like to do is I like to let her know, like, hey, I am here to hold you. Like, I'm not going to harm you, and she might bite me, but we'll have to see. So I'm just going to go slowly in here. Let her know that I'm not a threat to her and I'm not here to hurt her. And this might take a little bit of time because in her posture, she doesn't want me to hold her at all. So I have heard that you can throw a paper towel on top of her head and hold her. That way you can pick her up and she doesn't see you trying to pick her up. So I mean, I think pretty much if she was going to bite me, she definitely would have. And I'm just kind of going very slow, not wanting her, again, to feel like I'm trying to hurt her or eat her, because that's pretty much, you know, anything bigger than them in the wild would be a huge threat. So very, very carefully and calmly hold them, let them know that, you know, it's okay to move around just a little bit with them. And this girl is gorgeous, beautiful colors on her. This is the VPI Aztec. So it's kind of interesting because I do have the two green anacondas, and people say that they are man-eaters and that they're the worst snakes to have because they're going to kill you and all this stuff. But I have never had a defensive posture pose from an anaconda or a hiss. Well, I did get bit once, but that was totally my fault. And then here's a common-ish boa that definitely hates me and wants to try to kill me. So we're having so she's very curious right now. She stopped hissing. The tongue flicks are pretty normalized, and so I do apologize on the horrible camera angles. She is trying to move around quite a bit. And then we can probably set her down right here. So we'll probably try to get away and hiss at me and stuff like that. But so far her body language is telling me that she's curious and she's comfortable enough that she's not in that position that she wants to strike me. So this, I would say that this so far is a very positive interaction, and if we can do this with our snakes every day, or 2 times a week, or 3 times a week, if you can, depending on their food schedule. We don't want to hold them 24 to 48 hours after they eat, or when they're in shed. Like if they're angry out when they're not going into shed, they are very, very angry while they're in shed. So that's one thing that we do have to be careful about. So right now she is, like I said, just curious, being out of her cage. Really nice colors on here, awesome tail. And while we look at her, it's just really interesting on boas, the personalities that they do have. And I don't want her to squirm away, but so we'll see her, and this is the sister of her. And 9 out of 10 times this girl has a great attitude. But if this girl's in shed, she acts just like her sister. So VPI IMG, and we can see the 2 totally different personalities on these snakes, which is really awesome about boas. Possibly, and then I'm just going in here and I'm just picking her up just like that. And she's not hissing, she's not throwing a fit. And these 2 have not really been around each other very much. So hopefully they behave together. And that's just what I really like about boas, is every boa that I have, the interactions with them are completely different with each other. But I would say that is really it. And this girl looks like she's a little agitated right now that she's not the only snake out, but both of these girls are gorgeous. I don't know what the parents were. So this one obviously missed on the IMG gene, but again, I would say if you guys have defensive snakes, hook them out, handle them with gloves if you need to, and just don't be a threat to them. And hopefully after interactions like this, after a couple weeks or months or however long it takes, your snakes will calm down and she will calm down, and everybody can have nice handleable snakes, and you guys can enjoy your snakes, because it's not really that much fun when you have a snake and you cannot interact with them because they want to try to bite you all the time, or they're hissing at you, and then you feel like a bad snake parent because you have a snake that hates you. So I would put her back now, and I would be okay with this handling session, because for the both of us it has been very, very positive. So when she gets handled again, or when the tub opens again, she might understand that, okay, we can have a positive interaction together, and whoever's opening this tub is not going to eat me. So I'll just leave it as that. Let me know how you guys are doing on your handling sessions. I know some of you guys do have some angry snakes, angry babies. Some of them do like to bite. So good luck with your snakes, and let me know how that turns out. See you guys on the next video.